What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another fresh commentary. Now I wanted to make this video in connection to my last one, where I talked about how Korra was the first ever avatar to learn metal bending. And now in this video I want to talk about whether or not Aang can metal bend. And the answer is yes, of course he can learn the technique. Aang could have been the first ever avatar to learn metal bending, but he had a hard time doing so he decided not to. Throughout Avatar The Last Airbender, Aang has proven himself to be a gifted earthbender. Although it was difficult for him to learn how to earthbend at first, because it was the element opposite of airbending, he eventually got the hang of it despite his young age. In the comics, after the show ended, it was shown that Toph did indeed offer to teach Aang, but he refused to because it was too difficult for him. Or in her words, she said, "I tried teaching Aang to metal bend, but he didn't have the stomach for it." Earthbending is described to be the element of strength and precision, which is kind of the opposite of Aang. Aang is strong in many ways, but as the air nomad refuses to use violence whenever possible. That's why airbenders always dodge and evade during combat, because violence and offensive fighting is just not their way, which is why it was so difficult for Aang to learn earthbending as well as metal bending. When Aang was learning earthbending, he kept pushing himself to get it, even though it was extremely hard for him, because he knew it was a necessity. He had to master this element to help him achieve his goals. But as for metal bending, he didn't see it that way. In his eyes, it was just something optional he had to learn. It wasn't as important to him. But in my opinion, I see it as a necessity, because imagine if Aang knew metal bending throughout the show. He would have been even more powerful because he would have had a huge advantage against other benders. Like Toph when she was facing off against firebenders on the hot air balloon. They were shocked to see someone metal bend, because in their time it was known to be something impossible to do. And compared to Korra's time, metal bending is practically everywhere. But in Aang's time, it was extremely rare to see. Aang would have had an advantage against earthbenders if he knew metal bending and hold the title for the first metal bending avatar in history. But instead he gave that title up for Korra to carry. So can Aang metal bend? The answer in a nutshell is yes, of course he could, but he chose not to learn the technique. But either way, what do you guys think? Should Aang have learned how to metal bend when he had the chance? Or it doesn't matter at all? I think it would have given him a greater advantage. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed hearing what I had to say. If you did, please leave a like. If you're new, please subscribe. I post videos like this every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Follow my Twitter for updates for more videos if you don't get notified here on YouTube. And also check out my last video on Korra being the first metal bending avatar. There will be an annotation shortly after I stop talking right now. Anyways, I'm out. Peace out. Stay blue.